Today I'm going to talk about interesting things, at least interesting to me, which is, there is a saying like, never judge a book by its cover, and there is more than meets the eye, and also beauty is more than skin deep. And so all these things are warning us not to quickly jump to conclusions and either dismiss something or jump into it. And that is a timeless truth that really holds true. However, I'm noticing when it comes to evaluating software products, we don't tend to do that. Basically, what I see happening often is somebody makes something or develops something, and then we look at it, and the moment we see it working, we jump into it and say, okay, looking good, this is done, let's ship or let's release it. And that is very foolish. That is very strange to me. We never bother to open the hood, kick the tires, look into it. We just, for some reason, we just get so mesmerized by the fact that something seems to be working. So all of a sudden, we push a few buttons and click on a few links or page up and down, or click on some tabs, and we see it working. We see the email has been sent, the email has arrived, or something has been calculated, processed, and we think this is it, this is done. We're really, that's kind of really foolhardy. That's very crazy to behave that way, because we completely ignore the fact that just because something is working, it doesn't mean that it's good. And what I mean by that is it is relatively easy to create a software product that is going to behave the way we expect, but we can do it by really doing shoddy coding and shoddy design. And because as users, people only see the surface, the thin surface, which is just like 1% of the solution, it is not enough to really conclude that this is worthy of paying for, right, or buying. And so to this day, I'm seeing a lot of organizations and a lot of people completely disregard this due diligence to say, okay, I see it's working, but let me hire some kind of a building inspector or some service that will tell me, how does it look under the hood? Is it just because it's a shiny surface and it seems to be working, doesn't mean it's going to create a lot of problems, a lot of security issues, maintenance issues, having to be upgraded all the time, patched, buggy, and all these things that turn into a nightmare. Nobody seems to think about that. They just say, oh, looking good, seems to be working, I'm buying, I'm purchasing, I'm subscribing, or I'm paying the invoice for to the team who did this. No, we need to spend more time examining, looking into. There's many yardsticks that we can apply to software product to measure, is it eligible and is it worthy to be pursued further. Sometimes we can buy into something and then later on we realize we have painted ourselves in the corner, and that is really something to be avoided, because we need to learn how to cut our losses. There comes a point, if we are careful, where we can correctly assess, and there's ways to do that, and we need to figure them out, whether what we are buying into is worthy or not. From the standpoint of teams who are developing software, for many years now, I would almost say for generations, people have been accustomed to get away with shoddy workmanship. No skin off for anyone's nose. Nobody gets penalized or anything if they do shoddy workmanship, because the whole industry, the whole profession is so mystified. People don't really, it's not like you're buying a physical object where you can see if it's sturdy, if it's, there are ways for us to examine a physical object, but we don't know how to examine software objects. So this is very perplexing to me, that we are not trying to get on top of that and understand what are we buying, what are we getting into, and demand more, demand quality. For some reason, people are just happy if something seems to be working. Yeah, okay, I'm happy, thank you very much. Not so fast. So again, let's take a step back. Let's look into the quality of the workmanship, and not judge the book only by its cover, but looking into the book and reading a little bit. Until next time, I wish you a nice day and happy summer.